Hey kids, this is another cooking video. I'm going to talk about how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I eventually will get to the stove, but I don't feel comfortable enough yet. So what you need is your ingredients. You need bread. I got a few little small slices. This is kind of old bread that I got because it's been sitting there a while. You should never let your bread sit there for too long though, because it could get green and moldy, and that's what you don't want. You do not want your bread to be moldy. If you are allergic to penicillin, mold could possibly affect you. You're going to need a butter knife. Notice how it doesn't have any sharp edges. The edge is just, it won't cut you. It doesn't hurt. It just tickles when you touch it. Because you really don't need a sharp knife for cooking something like peanut butter and jelly. And I don't really have a jelly container, so I decided to use some leftover Bojangles grape jelly. And you don't have to use grape jelly. You can use strawberry jelly or any kind of jelly you would like. And you need peanut butter. This is reduced fat Jif creamy peanut butter. It says fresh roasted peanut taste. Now when you get peanut butter, I would not recommend getting the reduced fat because I got it and it really doesn't taste all that great. You would think that just because something is reduced fat, it wouldn't really affect the taste that much, but it did. And one of my relatives warned me about it, but I just had to get the reduced fat peanut butter. And I also have some milk that I brought with me because you're going to want a glass of milk so you can wash it down. And you got the Silk almond milk that I'm going to be using, and I got this little cup for me. I know I'm a weirdo, but you don't have to have almond milk. You can use regular cow's milk. You can use rice milk. You can use any kind of milk, and it'll be good. I mean, there's soy milk, there's rice milk, there's cow's milk. The reason I don't like cow's milk is because when I was growing up, my mom stopped drinking cow's milk, and she got me hooked on the almond milk. And sometimes dairy does create a lot of mucus, so I'm glad that I use the almond milk now. And this is going to be a pure sugary delight. Now, peanut butter, you look at the nutrition content, it does have carbs and fat, which you need. Carbs are kind of like sugar. This is not as much protein as we had last night. This is only 7 grams of protein, but it is per 2 tablespoons. So if you have 4 tablespoons, you could get 17 grams of protein with this. And it's got zinc, 10%. Zinc is good for fighting off colds. Let's get started. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to work with my jelly first because that's the easiest one to work with first. I'm going to open the wrapper and put it on the bread. You know what's crazy? When I was younger, I really wanted to learn how to make a grilled cheese so bad, and my mom would not teach me. She did not want me around the stove, and I made it the wrong way. I put the butter on the inside of the bread versus on the outside, and so it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Again, we're making a mess, but with the jelly, but like I said, that's okay. It's okay to make a mess as long as you clean it up. And the other thing I forgot to add in my video is it's okay to cook as long as nobody gets hurt. You can burn yourself on the stove. Typically, the stove burner will turn red when it's hot to let you know not to touch it. But if you burn yourself, you end up having to use water and stuff to rinse and get rid of the burn. Different people get rid of burns in different ways, but we don't want any of you guys to get hurt because we love you guys, we love our children, we love our kids, and we don't want them to get hurt. Alright, and then you're going to take the butter knife, and I know it's called a butter knife, but you can still spread other things with it besides just butter. And now we have what we're going to use. We're going to put the peanut butter on the other piece of the bread. Now the thing with peanut butter, it's a good thing to eat it with jelly, but if you don't eat it with jelly, you may get it stuck in your throat, and we don't want that either. We don't want choking, which is why you need to have either some water or what else? Some milk, something to wash it down with. And we put it on top, and we put the rest of the peanut butter back in. Put the knife on the plate so we don't make a mess. And that is your peanut butter and jelly. And don't forget to pour your milk. And enjoy your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, guys. You can put anything you want on this. You can put sliced bananas. Some people do sliced bananas. You could put honey on it. You could put marshmallows. There are a lot of different ways to work with this recipe. And some people will even use marshmallow cream with peanut butter instead of jelly. But have a good night.